It is day 21, 3 weeks in shelter in place from the hacker's mansion, and today is very special. First and foremost, if you're going outside and you have to go outside, make sure you wear a mask, please. Do that for yourself and for everyone that potentially does have the COVID-19 virus. But today is a special day because when I started this live stream, we were having a mentee step in, and what I did was it was a little unfair, but we're all in shelter in place, and what I did was I made him sign a contract that if you come into the house, it's not just for 2 or 3 days, it's for 3 weeks. Because I don't believe you can make a change in 2 or 3 days or, over a course of a long weekend, like a 5-day weekend. So I brought in the Hackers Mansion's mentee, Jeremiah, sir. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
So this is our mentee, 17-year-old Jeremiah, a.k.a. I call him Juicy World Jr. And it's been a very interesting time. Now it's going on 10 days of him being here. Shelters in places, it's going to be extended. So maybe he might be here longer than 3 weeks. But right now, he's here contractually obligated for 3 weeks. And let me tell you something. I've thrown the kitchen sink at him, and he's gone above and beyond to get it, right? How has been, Jeremiah, what do you have to say about, first of all, just being in the Hacker's Mansion? Do you like it? What is your experience here?
It's pretty nice. A lot of hard work, and yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, what does your typical day look like?
Well, Monday through Thursday, I have to wake up, go to school.
Mm-hmm.
For a couple of hours, sometimes 3 classes, sometimes just 2, and then 1 to 5, I start coding and studying on programming and all that. And then after 5, we work out. Sometimes we work out for like a good 15 minutes, and then I kind of have a little bit of free time. Mostly, if after I work out, I usually read or do typing for 30 minutes, and then then I eat, and then I have some freedom after that the whole night. And
So you've never coded before in your life?
no, I've never coded before in my life.
And before coming into your house, what was your words per minute typing? I could tell you it was 5.
Yeah, it's not
It
a
was
lot.
5. So the reason why I wanted to bring him on is because I wanted to give an example to the people that have children, that have kids, and they want to do stuff with their kids. It's shelter in place and they want a game and everything. But one of the things that I told Jeremiah was like, you will have a chance to game, but you have to earn it, right? And this, that is it's a give and take. Like, the better you do good here, the more time you will have gaming and being online with your friends and stuff like that. But it's work, right? And you missed the big part, which is chores, but we call it tasks. There's a daily task that you get to do. And has the task been difficult?
No.
No. They definitely don't. You don't like them. You don't love them. But they're tasks that you have to do. Those are earning points.
Well, actually, I'm actually fine with it. I mean, like, I like doing some hard work outside of, and it's, staying mostly, staying inside is kind of boring. So
yeah.
Doing chores outside is actually kind of fun.
And right now you're averaging a book a week of reading. What was the first book you read?
I actually forgot the name of the
Come
first
on,
book.
it was Ray Dalio.
Uh,
Principles. It was Principles. What are you reading now?
what am I reading now? I don't really pay attention to the titles, but I'm reading about a kid that had a really good talent on chess.
It's the Art of
Yeah,
Learning.
Art of Learning.
The Art of Learning by Josh Waitzkin. It's meta is how to learn.
Yeah.
So, the reason why, like I said, I wanted to bring him in is to show other people that have kids. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do besides letting them just, game and play boards, right? There's a structure and a task during the day. So for the first 5 days, I put a structure in place, and now I kind of don't even speak to him because he kind of knows what he has to do. There are lessons every day. There's a growing lesson, right? What did you start today, by the way?
Start today. I started today with like the task.
What was the site?
Oh, what was the site?
Yeah.
With the code.
Yeah.
Free code camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Free code camp.
.org.
You started that, and you already did one task.
Yeah.
You already one section, which was cool.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, in 1 week he blew out 3 courses from Khan Academy, right? We put up a Cabana board, and he basically scheduled everything, what he was doing and what he's completed. So these are the tasks. I just give him tasks, and hey, you want to earn gaming, you got to give me tasks, right? And that is what it's all about to me. It's the Matrix, right? I always tell you, cause and effect.
Yeah.
Like, you do good, you get treated beyond, right? I treat you fair. Yeah. And I would say the same thing if I had a kid, which I don't, but if I had a kid, it would be the same thing, cause and effect. Like, you don't want to do that, that's cool, right? For me, I always I told you, and I would tell my kids, if I don't want to work, who's going to pay the bills, right? If I don't like work, then I have to find something else, but it's the same thing. It's always a cause and effect thing. And that's what I would say to everyone out there that, maybe it's your wife, or maybe it's your brother or a little brother, or people. Challenge them and help them grow. One of the things that I love about this experience is I can't slip up, because he's my accountability partner. If I show him that I'm slipping up, then he could slip up, and he'll have the right to slip up because I'm slipping up. But he sees me grinding, right? And this is normal. This is my day-to-day, and today you've seen me, right?
Oh, yeah.
From 7 o'clock in the morning to we just finished up our session at 5:15 to come up here, right? And after this, I'm going right back in it to the end to maybe 10 or 11. Now, I'm going to give you a break because you're cooking dinner today.
Yeah.
He's cooking. The mentee is cooking. And that's the thing. I provide him with food. Hey, you take care of your breakfast and lunch. I'll do dinner every day, right? And that's the thing. And his job is to make himself better, but also to assist all of the people that live in the Hackers Mansion an opportunity to help them and for them to grow. So, it's working out. There are no issues. There's slip-ups like all kids, but I try to explain to him, hey, let's dig deep on why you didn't do something. Let's go further. And one of the things that I was trying to help him today with was, how do you get into a zone? What does that look like, right? And what are some of the things that you learned from the conversation with me as well as Ron discussing that with you?
What it was like?
What did you learn? How to get into zones?
Waking up on time, just doing things that actually like just feel comfortable to you, and then will help you get ready for the day.
Yeah. And what are some of those actionable things that Ron does and that I do to get us into that zone?
Well, Ron wakes up. I think he said 7:30, 7:30 in the morning, and then gets coffee, and then oh no, so he wakes up in the morning. He wakes up at 7:30. After that, he meditates, and then after his meditation, he gets some coffee, and then he gets coffee, and then puts on his headphones and start working.
And he starts grinding.
Yep.
And I was telling him the same thing. I'm a little bit different. For me, it is coffee, headphones, and smell.
Yeah.
That's what I need to lock in immediately. And today, like I said, man, today was one of the best sessions I had in a while, right? I just didn't even go onto CNN. I was so locked in from the beginning. And like I said, I locked in around 8 and I just finished up, and I want to go back because I feel that I was so locked in. I don't want to lose that. And that's what I was trying to explain to him, how to get into a zone where you're crushing work. And then you need to recognize that you're in that zone, right? And one of the things I was mentioning to you this week was you need to your brain is like a bicep, right?
Yeah.
You can't do, what did I tell you about biceps and your brain?
If you have like a 20-pound weight dumbbell or something, you can't do like 100 at once. You can't do 100 like right away. You gotta like rest a little bit and then go back to it.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with your brain.
Yeah.
Right? I have this epic photo this week that, he was being challenged, and I think I want to frame that. Honestly, I want to frame that. Do you mind if I share that out? No. Okay. I'm gonna frame it for myself, right? And I'm gonna tell you this story because it was epic. He was working on a problem. It was a sequence and an algorithm that he needed to get to get the problem, just to finish it. And he worked on it so hard for so long that he passed out. And at that time, I think you were working on it for an hour and a half. I came upstairs to do the podcast, and when I went out, I wanted to see what was his update. Did he finish it? And when I go into the mentee's room, he is so peeled back because he used that brain to capacity. He didn't give it the release that it needed, and it wears you out. And this is the thing that I'm trying to teach him. As I've learned over the years, you need that break in between. When you're going hard like that, that's why I use a Pomodoro technique. These are small techniques that work, and these are nuggets. For everyone that's out there, I'm telling you, go hard, take a break, go hard. Now, again, there's people that have been doing it so long, they're marathon runners, and they can do it for 8 hours straight. They've trained their brain. I could probably do locked in for 45 an hour, maybe 2 hours. That's stretching it. I like little breaks, and my breaks are really to take coffee breaks, bathroom breaks. Those are my 5-minute breaks, and then I take a 15 or an hour or a half hour break. But the reason why I'm saying it is so important. We are mental athletes. We're mental athletes. We don't go on the field. We don't play on Sundays. We don't throw a ball 100 miles per hour. What we do best is use our brain to tackle tasks. And that's what I'm saying. For me, I read a lot because I want to master this thing we have between our ears. So, we have another week and a half left.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think's going to happen? What do you want? What do you expect at the end of the 3 weeks?
First, what I expect, how it's going to be like. It's going to be like, I think it's going to be same as always. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be boring. I'm going to have to keep on grinding. It's going to be good.
Yeah. And by the way, for everyone out there, he went from 5 words per minute to 20 in a week, right? And those little wins boost confidence a lot. Your confidence, to me, from when you came into now has grown, and I see that. And now I'm seeing you starting to code, and now you're using the proper techniques to type.
Yeah.
So that's even better. Yeah, it's a quick one, guys. I'm gonna be grinding like no tomorrow this weekend, and I told him he's gonna have to grind with me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a grinder this weekend, and I am going so hard. I promise you. Oof. It's going to be a good one, and it's going to be hard, and there's going to be a pain, and I think we're going to have a follow-up to when your time is up here. That'll be the last day when you go back. Now, like I said, we have a contract for 3 weeks. We might push it to 4 to 5. School is out already.
Yeah.
School is out for him. He has no school.
Nope.
And shelter in place is like, why are you going to go back home where you could just grow? And I think the best quote so far since you've been here was Ron. Ron today, we were having a conversation, and he said, I wish I would have had the opportunity. I would pay to have the opportunity to be here. And the cool thing is, since you're here, you're seeing everyone grind. You're seeing the daily 9 to 5. You're seeing the breaks. You get to, speak to people in the industry that are experts in their own industry, and you have access to them every single day. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I see the growth in you. So, guys, I would challenge you. I have a 30-day challenge, but I would challenge you. Put somebody under your wing, especially now. Reach out to someone. Put someone under your wing. You could give someone 15, 20 minutes every other day, or, twice, 3 times a week, maybe even every day. It is really the time to get your mind off of what's going on and give some of that energy to someone else. And I think one of the reason why today was so successful was because I didn't go into CNN and I didn't see all the craziness happening in New York City, which breaks my heart every time. But I didn't. I didn't even look. I don't even know what's going on. So, occupy your mind with something. Do what you need to do. Take time out. Leave comments, DM me. There's things that I could provide maybe for you to help out with your kids. You're 17. I think after this, maybe your brother might come. I don't know if he's gonna come. He's too young, but I wish he was a little older because I will put him through the grind as well. And it's really easy, especially when you have an incentive at the end. Right? The incentive is you're going to grow tremendously. You're going to be a better person. You're going to be around people where you can look up to say, hey, I want to be like that one day, or just have those skills, right? And it's just being there. So everybody's in their house. Everybody's locked down. I challenge you to grind this weekend. Grind like your life depended on it. And do you have any other words, Jeremiah? You have any last words before we wrap it up? Because I want to go back and I want to work my ass off.
No, not really. I just wanted to say thank you to you, Marco, and
absolutely.
Hold
that thank you. Hold that thank you. I have a question for someone out there that's looking at this that has kids. And because I can't be in your brain, what would you tell them to communicate better with their kids? So you're looking from you're looking up at me, you're looking up at Ron.
Yeah.
And what would you tell us that you would need or that you would want us to do better? Do you have any recommendations or anything like that?
No, not really. You guys seem doing fine and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very humble, this kid. This kid. I'm telling you, I've been putting him through the ringer. I've been his plate is full, and I'm just trying to get it I'm trying to overload it. I am trying to overload it, and I hope to overload it. So, Yeah, you're gonna have it. You definitely at the end you're gonna come back, and we're gonna do this again. But you're gonna create a list and drop down everything that you've learned over this time. So it might be a little longer. But yeah, that's it, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Mr. Ronald Eddings. Yes, he's doing serverless, and Sunday is going to be a special one. We're going to have Napoleon. Napoleon is going to drop some gems on here. I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. And guys, have a great weekend. Please stay safe. Please stay inside. You know, just grind. If you have to go out, put a mask on, put gloves on, wipe your groceries down. It's getting ugly out there, and it's only going to get worse until we get this curve down. Don't travel. Stay safe and keep on grinding. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.